Welcome, 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 welcome. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the Food Forest. Shout out to each and every one of you. All right. I think this is a walnut. I'm not sure, but I have this tree, and this tree it drop a lot every year. Every year, all over the tree, all under the ground, everywhere. It drop a lot. This is the tree right here. Yeah, and it drops a lot everywhere. So I'm sure there's a lot of small one growing up everywhere over there. Yes, welcome, 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 guys. So, all right, guys, today we share a lot of information about food forests and maintaining food forests because it's really important to grow what you love. All right, grow the food that you love. This is my garden, and I might show you different type of plant, but at the same time I'm growing what I love, and you got to do the same. You got to make sure you grow the type of plant that you love, the type of food that you love, so when your garden is producing, you enjoying the food. You understand, you got to be eating what you grow. You know, in some cases, a lot of people don't do that, which I don't understand, but they have to know. All right? So I'm actually growing the food I love. And I also love to grow them natural. No interest in any form of chemical and these type of stuff. So this is an update. I'm giving you a tour on my food forest today. A tour. All right? So now, you guys know these are Edos, and they were struggling through the year because the sun was so hot and we doesn't wet our plants. We allow nature to walk in our garden and wet the plant whenever, however, but we do not wet plants. All right? So in this area here, we have Edos, and they was really struggling. Even in this area here, as you see, this is Edos. I kind of clean them up a little, not too much, because I want to at least see what's in the garden. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you might mash something you didn't want to mash, so you at least you want to see. Now we in one of our okra patch, and if you notice, I like to do this a lot. I like to cut these big heavy limb and just leave them to the bottom around the plant. I love to do that because I think it works for me. I think it works. I think when you do this, it kind of make the energy focus on the plant and producing even more okras, because it worked really well for me. This is one of the experiments I try here, and if you notice, you see how this one is growing tall, and it have several okra, which I'm gonna be picking some right now. You see these two beautiful ones right here, and basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna cut this limb, because this limb is not doing anything for the plant anymore. You see, they're not doing nothing for the plant. No, this plant's gonna focus its energy up there, producing, growing more. All right, so this is what I like to do, and it actually works for me. So the plant focusing on the top. All right. Meanwhile, I'm checking the okra. I'm also harvesting from the okra. No, you want to make sure this one is too hard, this one is too hard. So you got to leave them, because they already basically ready to turn seed. How do you know that? Because when you bend the top like this, if it didn't pop off, that's indicate it's already hard. So you might want to just leave that one. This one already hard. You see it in a pop. Look this one. You see when it pop like this, it tells you the okra is still young. But once it didn't pop, it tells you it's already grown a little too old. And when they grow a little too old, you're not gonna get that slime out of the okra because it's already gone too old. So that's something we got to focus on. When you're growing head okras, you got to get out in your garden pretty early. You cannot procrastinate, because if you procrastinate, you're going to lose a lot of okras. Because believe it or not, these okra produce like really fast. And after they produce fast, what they do, they also in couple days they're ready to harvest. Now these are my flowers. I think it's vanilla. I can't remember their name, but these flowers, I'm gonna pick a few. See, it have a bees there, so please save the bee, guys. All right, I'm gonna pick a few and save them to replant next year. All right, so this is how we maintain our food forest, saving us from keep buying the same thing over and over. When we can use our own seed, save our own seed, and set them and replant them. Now, this is one of the old okra I'm showing you here, you see? That's a seed right inside there. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it. Now, after I cut it, I have a whole, this one too, but it's too difficult for me to cut right now. Look, we have one here as well. Now, in these okra, it have ton load of seed, you see? Right. This is how we do it, guys. So now we have more okra seed to plant next year, next season. All right? This is a cayenne pepper doing really well, growing really tall, producing at the same time. All right? This is our pumpkin. And our pumpkin already start producing pumpkin again, which is awesome. All right, let me show you up in the center. This is an area where we have, man, I just forgot the name. Rosemary. We have rosemary growing here. We have lamb ears. We also have rosemary growing over here. Now, like I was now mentioning to you, with the okra, if you allow them to get too hard like this one, you got to leave that for seed. This is what happened, the ton seed, and now you have a bunch of seed for next garden season. All right, so that's 4 pods of okra. I have a couple more down there where I'm going to be harvesting because I need to get seed. So it's a lot. Oh, wow. You see, guys? Now I can multiply my harvest in abundance for next season. I can grow a lot more okra. I can grow a lot more of these flowers because what I'm doing, I'm taking them and get the seed from them. I'm doing the same thing with my peppers. I'm doing the same thing with my pumpkin. I'm doing the same thing with my squash. So this is how we maintain our food forest, and then we continue expanding it. And this is how we save a lot of money, guys. All right, so now we have, this is another hot pepper. They call this a Trinidad hot pepper. But to me, this hot pepper almost look like monkey pepper. But I'm not gonna say nothing now. I'm gonna watch to see if that's gonna be the case. But so far, this thing is loaded with a lot of small pepper, so we're waiting. This is a cayenne pepper that's doing pretty decent right now. Now we come over here And this is actually what we call monkey pepper. This is monkey pepper. And this monkey pepper is doing awesome. It's doing really good, man. And yes, and this is a really, really, really hot pepper right here. Oh man, ain't this beautiful? Look at the color. Now I'm gonna leave that ripe pepper. I'm not gonna pick it because we're gonna happen. That ripe one gonna help bring in these others pretty fast. So that one ripen the others faster. All right. So now this is monkey pepper. As you see, all that is monkey pepper growing up here. This is monkey pepper. And all this, you see, is monkey pepper. Now, this tree, finally, this tree is actually 2 inches away from 8 feet tall. 2 inches away. And you know what? That's the pepper right there. See how the pepper looking? But this thing is 2 inches from 3 feet tall, from 8 feet tall. I don't have my tape measure today. Maybe it's already reached 8 feet, but I don't have my measuring tape today, so I cannot measure it. But the last thing I measured, it was 7 feet, 8 inches and a half. So right now we know it's almost 8 feet. This is, and it's a massive pepper. Look how the pepper spread out. And it's almost 8 feet. Now, this is different type of okra we have several different type of okra we have growing. You see, we have the seeds them. This is marigold. These plants grow really nice, man. And all over here, man, is shisho, edos, dashin. Just name it, guys. Just name it. And you know, this is my first time growing cassava here, and so far they're looking beautiful. I'm just hoping for a beautiful harvest this garden season from them. You know what I'm saying? We also have yam. This is yam. We have yam actually growing up in this area. I cut out some of the okra, the edo, so the sunlight can touch them a little harder, because it's tropical plant and they love the hot sun. Now, you got to learn to multiply your plants them as well. This is fig. This is fig. But if you notice what I did, I keep multiplying this fig plant, which I also cut out a piece of the root and I plant it ahead up there. And what I've noticed, I've seen it start to push fresh leaf. So now this is one fig tree. This is the next one. And as we can see, this is definitely too close to this one. So, and this one, we could cut off the bottom down there and transplant it somewhere else. This one, we need to move this one as well and transplant it somewhere else. So now we actually multiplying our fig plant. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we got to do. We have to like cut limbs from our fruit trees and try to root the limbs that we can multiply. All right? So when you operate in this form, you ain't got to worry too much about spending money. You must saving than you spending. And then at the same